Tanjiro has always had a warm heart, killing and beheading his enemies while wishing he could save them for what awaits them in the underworld. But what if Tanjiro was cold-blooded, ruthlessly slaughtering his enemies and anyone who opposes him? What if Tanjiro had ice breathing? And in this video, we will cover exactly that. But wait! We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so unsheath your Detroit blade and slash that button, just how Mauricio cut up Kyoko. Now let's jump straight into the video. Our story begins where all stories begin, at the beginning. Tanjiro was climbing the mountain towards his home after a successful day of selling firewood. A large snowstorm was picking up around his mountain, which clouded his view as he continued his way up to his home. As he reached the cottage, he saw blood splatter on the ground, and eventually he realized there were bodies laying in the snow. Tanjiro ran toward his house. Who did this? Tanjiro said, tears welling up in his face. Tanjiro, a voice said. Tanjiro whirled around as he saw his mother, limping towards him. Mom! He said as he ran over to her, catching her before she fell to the ground. Mom, don't move. You're hurt, Tanjiro said as he laid his mother down on the soft snow. Tanjiro, listen closely. Your sister has been turned into a demon, and Takio is hurt very badly in his leg. It's up to you to protect them. Remember, always trust your gut and trust nothing else. No, wait, Mom. We have to get you to a medic. Come on, just follow me. Stop! Tanjiro, listen. Tanjiro's mom held her son's hand. In the house, under your father's bed, there lies a blade. Use it and carry on the Hiyu no Michi. Remember, Tanjiro, I always love you. Mom? Tanjiro clenched his fists and quickly ran to the cabin, paying no attention to the bodies on the floor. He grabbed the sword under his father's bed and threw Takio and Nezuko onto his back as he ran down the mountain into the great snowstorm. Tanjiro sped down the mountain, using all his strength carrying Nezuko and Takio, when suddenly he felt a sudden relief as some of the weight was lifted off his shoulders, and in front of his back, there lied Giyu Tomioka. Tanjiro slowly lowered Takio to the ground. What do you want with my sister? Tanjiro asked coldly. She's a demon. It must be eradicated. Giyu then draws his blade, preparing to behead the struggling demon. Tanjiro unsheathed his father's sword. I won't let anyone close to me die again! He raises the sword above his head and throws it like a spear. Giyu dodges the spear by merely moving his head, but as he looks in Tanjiro's direction again, he had disappeared. Where did he... Tanjiro stood right in front of Giyu, his knife impaled in Giyu's heart. This is the power of the Hiyu no Michi. Always remember the storm of ice. 5 hours after encountering Giyu, Tanjiro sat quietly in a cave, contemplating everything that happened to him this day. He looked over to Nezuko, who had fallen asleep after the attack by Giyu. Takio, awake and limping, seemed to be restless. Big brother, why are we in a cave? Why can't we return home? Takio asked. Or go inside a village? I don't understand. We have friends who could help us. Why don't we go to them? We can't! Okay, Takio. Nezuko is different now. She can't go in sunlight. This is our home now, brother. Tanjiro kneels beside Takio, but don't worry. I'll find Nezuko a cure. And I'll help you, brother. I just can't let you do all the hard work, Takio said, his eyes shining in anticipation. And so the 2-year training arc would begin. During these 2 years, Tanjiro would train with his father's sword, using his family's dance, Hiyu no Michi, or the Way of Ice, to create ice breathing without even knowing completely what breathing styles were, owned his stories from his grandma. While Tanjiro was mastering his skill with the katana, Takeo was becoming extremely skilled with throwing knives and was able to jump and throw them mid-air, hitting all his targets perfectly. He also made himself a red cloak. But, unbeknownst to them, the peace those 2 years held did not last for very long. Swoosh! Two kunais dug deep into a demon's hands, preventing it from moving. Thank you, humans! Why did you have to interrupt my meal? A cloaked figure emerged from a bush, sword drawn. The cloaked figure pointed his blade at the demon. Tell me, what is the blue spider lily? I don't. The figure sighed. Useless weakling, he said, walking away. Another figure jumped out of a tree, landing to the cloak figure we all know as Tanjiro Kamado. Still no luck, brother? Takeo asked, retrieving his kunai from the demon's hands. Tanjiro spits angrily. It's been 2 whole years, and we haven't found anything that could possibly cure Nezuko. Not even a hint. Don't worry, Tanjiro. We'll find something soon. Let's just return home. This snowstorm is picking up, and I do not want to be caught up in it at night. Tanjiro sighed. Agreed. Soon, the two boys returned home, but something made Tanjiro stop straight in his tracks. That scent. Tanjiro whirled around as a earth-chilling roar was heard from some nearby trees. Nezuko! Tanjiro yelled. Flame-breathing first form. Unknowing fire! A swordsman with orange hair bolted forward to attack Tanjiro. Tanjiro drew his sword. Ice-breathing second form. Ice Maul! The two swords clashed. Upper hand, backhand, thrust, backhand, block. The two warriors fought, their swords moves seemingly looking like some sort of dance. Takeo, you go after Nezuko. Ching ching! But be careful, I smote two of them. Tanjiro grunted. It seemed for a second the orange-haired swordsman had finally overpowered him. Ice-breathing, fifth form, stasis! With a sudden burst of strength, Tanjiro pushes the swordsman back into a tree. Takeo, go! I can handle this here. Okay, brother, Takeo agrees, running towards the sound of screams. And that's where we'll end off for today's video. It sure was interesting seeing Tanjiro become a little bit darker with the loss of most of his family. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time.
目を閉じて思い出す過ぎ去りしあの頃を戻れ